Yes, hi friends. In previous session, we are already discussing about minimum cost span increase, right? For that purpose, we are using Kruskal's algorithm and Prim's algorithm, right? So in this session, we are mainly concentrating on some more graphs, that is Euler graphs, Hamiltonian graphs, articulation point of a graph, right? So we are discussing one by one, right? So here, first of all, we are discussing about Euler graphs. Euler graphs. A graph in which every edge is visited exactly once, that graph is called as Euler graph. A graph in which every edge is visited exactly once, then those graphs are called Euler graphs, right? So here I am considering one example. For suppose I am taking V1, V2, V3, V4. So this is Euler graph because V1 to V2. So this edge is visited. Then V2 to V4. This edge is visited. V4 to V3. This edge is also visited. V3 to V1. This edge is also visited, right? So all the edges are visited exactly once, then finally we can reach the starting position, right? So that's why this is Euler graph, right? So here I am considering one more example. V1, V2, V3, V4. Right? So this is also Euler graph. Here, what is the main theme of Euler graph? Every edge is visited exactly once. V1 to V2. This edge is visited. Then V2 to, then here I am visiting V2 to V3. Sorry, here I am visiting V1 to V2, then this V2 to V4, V4 to V3, this edge is visited, V3 to V2, this edge is visited, V2 to V3, this edge is visited, then V3 to V1, this edge is visited. So all the edges are visited exactly once. So that's why finally we can reach the starting position. So that's why this graph is also called as Euler graph, right? So here we are taking one more graph. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, right? So here this is also Euler graph. Why? Because so here V1 to V3, this edge has been visited. V3 to V5, this edge has been visited. V5 to V4, this edge has been visited. V4 to V2, this edge has been visited. V2 to V1, this edge has been visited. Then V1 to V4, V1 to V4, this edge has been visited. V4 to V3, this edge has been visited. V3 to V2, this edge has been visited. Then V2 to V5, this edge has been visited. Then V5 to V1, this edge has been visited, right? So all the edges are visited exactly once and finally reach the starting position, right? So that's why this graph is also comes under Euler graph, right? For suppose I am taking this graph, directed graph. So this is also Euler graph. So here V1 to V2, this edge is visited. V2 to V3, this edge is visited. V3 to so V2 to V4, this edge is visited. V4 to V5, this edge is visited. V5 to V3, this edge is visited. V3 to V1, this edge is visited, right? Then V1 to V5, this edge is visited. Then V5 to V2, this edge is visited. V2 to V3, this edge is visited, right? So V3 to V4, this edge is visited. V4 to V1, this edge is visited. All the edges are visited exactly once. So that's why this directed graph is also called as Euler graph, right? So a connected undirected graph is called Euler graph. Euler graph, which means, so for undirected graphs, the graph is said to be Euler graph. Compulsory every vertex contains even degree only, right? So a connected undirected graph is called Euler graph if every edge contains same even degree, then that graph is said to be Euler graph. So previously I am taking one example, V1, V2, V3, V4. This is Euler graph. Why? Because every edge contains even degree. So V1, degree of V1 is 2. Degree of V2 is 2. Degree of V3 is 2. Degree of V4 is 2. So each and every vertex contains same even degree. So that's why this graph is called Euler graph, right? So for suppose a connected directed graph is called Euler graph. It contains same incoming in degree, out degree. For suppose this graph is directed graph. So a connected directed graph is called as Euler graph if it contains same in degree and out degree for each and every vertex. So here I am taking V1 vertex. So V1, what is the in degree for V1? This one. So 2, out degree also 2. For V3, out degree, this one, 2, in degree, this one, 2. So for each and every vertex contains same in degree and out degree. The degree must be even. So that's why this graph is also called as Euler graph, right? So here I am taking one problem. We know very well about Königsberg bridge problem. So here Königsberg city, so this city is surrounded by 4 lands, right? So this is the general representation. This is the general representation for a Königsberg city. So that is nothing but this is city A, B, C, D. So this is Königsberg city, which is surrounded by 4 cities, namely A, B, C, D, and these cities are connected with the help of 7 bridges. Right, from right. So what is the graphical representation for this A? So cities are represented with the help of vertices B, C, D. Right. So B to D is possibility. So A to D is also possibility. D. So bridges can be represented with the help of vertices. Right. So here our problem is to determine whether it is possible to cross all the bridges exactly once and finally reaches the starting position. This is our problem. So to determine whether it is possible to cross all the bridges exactly once and finally reaches the starting position. So that is our problem. So here there is no solution for that. Why? Because so here bridges means here I am representing edges. Edges are exactly visited once. So this is the graphical representation for this city, right? So here this is undirected graph. So a connected undirected graph is said to be Euler graph. Compulsory each and every vertex contains even degree. So in this problem, each and every vertex contains odd degree. So A degree is 3, B degree is 3, C degree is 3, D degree is 3. So that's why we are not cross all the bridges exactly once. Right? So that's why there is no possible solution for this problem. Right? So based on Euler graph. Right? So this is our problem. Then we are discussing about Hamiltonian graphs. Hamiltonian graphs. So a graph is called Hamiltonian graph, in which every vertex is visited exactly once, except starting and ending vertices. Remaining vertices are visited exactly once except starting and ending vertices. Right? So this is the definition for Hamiltonian graph. So a graph is said to be Hamiltonian graph in which every vertex is visited exactly once except starting and ending vertices. Right? So here I am taking one example. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Suppose here I am considering V4, V3, V4, V6. Right? So this graph is called Hamiltonian graph. Why? Because so what is the rule for to check whether the graph is a Hamiltonian graph or not? Except starting and ending vertices, we can visit every vertex exactly once. So here V1 to V2. So these vertices are visited. V1 to V2, V2 to V3. This vertex has been visited. V3 to V5. This vertex has been visited. V5 to V6. This vertex has been visited. V6 to V4. This vertex has been visited. V4 to V1. This vertex has been visited. So starting and ending vertices are visited more than one time. But each and every vertex has been visited exactly once. So that's why this graph is called as Hamiltonian graph. Right? So here we are taking one more example. V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. Sorry. V7, V8, V9, V10. Right? So this graph is called Hamiltonian graph. Why? Because so here to check whether the graph is Hamiltonian graph or not, right? So V12, V7, V7 to V9, V9 to V6, V6 to V4, V4 to V10, V10 to V8, V8 to V3, V3 to V2, V2 to V1. So every vertex has been visited exactly once. So that's why this graph is also called as Hamiltonian graph, right? So here starting and ending vertices visiting exactly once is not mandatory, right? So a graph is called Hamiltonian graph, in which every vertex is visited exactly once, except starting and ending vertices, right? So then we are discussing about articulation point of a graph. Articulation point of a graph. Of a graph. So here in this concept, in any graph, any vertex has been deleted, graph forms two or more graph components, then those vertices are said to be articulation points of a given graph, right? So here I am taking one graph. So in the graph we are removing some vertices. Finally it forms two or more graph components, then that vertices are said to be articulation points of a given graph, right? So here I am taking one example, V1, V2, V3, V4, V5. Right? So this is our graph. For suppose if I want to find out the articulation points for this graph, for suppose I am deleting V4. So V4, it forms two graph components, V1, V2, V3, V5. So any vertex has been deleted from the graph, it forms more than two graph components, two or more than, then that vertex is said to be articulation point. So for this graph, V4 is the articulation point, right? So is there any articulation points for this graph? For suppose I am deleting V1. It forms V2 to V3, V5, V4, V5. That's why V1 is also said to be articulation point of a given graph. So if any vertex forms after deletion more than two graph components, then those vertices are said to be articulation points, right? So here, is there any articulation points for this graph? Check once. Suppose V2 is deleted, only one graph component is there. V3 is deleted, only one graph component. So that's why these are not articulation points for this graph, right? So this is about Euler graphs, Hamiltonian graphs, and articulation point of a graph, right? So if you have any doubts regarding to this session, please post your doubts in comment section. Thank you. Stay home and stay safe.